Do you want to chug that whole thing on camera?
No.
Do it.
Crack it. Just fucking shotgun the whole thing right now.
It's carbonated, right?
Dude, come on. Just
God.
fucking right in the bottom and... You don't have
This
to.
is for The Rock.
Yeesh.
Get it in there. Get that ASMR.
I'm sorry.
He's fine. What if, like, the Fast trailer just started playing out of nowhere?
The Black Widow trailer.
The Black Widow trailer and the Fast Furious trailer just started playing. John Cena.
Johnson The
Feel
Rock.
the love. That fucking song I've heard.
I can totally feel love.
I can feel the love. I have a family member that I didn't know.
Ga, 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 ga.
Ga, 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 ga.
Is that John Cena speaking?
Ga, 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 ga.
And here's the Black Widow trailer right after that.
Imagine that's how Kanye West shoots a fucking AR-15.
Yeah.
Ga, 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 ga.
Every fucking week, new movies get released. How does anyone ever see these? There are too many movies.
Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies, family. This week we watched A Quiet Place Part 2. Before we talk about A Quiet Place, we're going to talk about what we've been watching. If this is your first time here, fucking welcome to the fucking family, first of all.
We are the unofficial podcast of Hollywood.
Hollywood's unofficial podcast, baby.
Not official. We have to reiterate that.
Yeah. A24 boys. A24 sponsor the pod. Amazon sponsor the pod. Share a clip. Send us money. Like and comment. Subscribe. I'm Chris Collins.
I'm Josh Rodriguez.
I'm Alex Wilson.
So we're going to start with what we've been watching. I'll kick it off.
I saw you look at me and immediately give up.
I'm not feeling the energy over here, guys. Not going to lie. Maybe it's because I'm hopped up on black fucking coffee, but I'm going to kick it off. So I watched, on Netflix, I watched Mitchell's versus the Machines.
I've heard that title. Don't know what it is.
Great. It's a animated movie. It's a 3D animation. It's very similar to like Spider-Verse. I think some of the Spider-Verse people were involved.
Oh, that must be really fucking
yeah.
good.
It's dope. 3D mixed with like 2D not comic booky, but like sketchy and
Like the
That's
same
Sony
sort of
animation, right?
is it?
Pretty sure it is.
No. Alexa, who did Mitchell's versus the
God
Machines?
damn it.
They're like Netflix.
I don't have an answer for that.
Hey Google, who produced Mitchell versus the Machines?
Tony Mitchell is a hairstylist.
Shut up. Well, I'm glad I shut you up for Google to say nothing. Anyways,
He's like, let him finish.
Doesn't matter. Go ahead.
shout out to the AI on our episode,
Yeah.
the two AIs that both failed.
Siri would have done better.
No.
The actress.
She's a great actress.
Yeah.
By the way, look her up. Siri doll.
Great
She's
actress.
Pretty great.
Mitchell's versus the Machines,
All
a
right.
PG movie that I really liked and enjoyed. It had a pug in it, so that like drew me in. And but it was just it was a fun movie, pretty funny, and the style kept me through it. Like the art style of the movie was like something very unique, very interesting. So I highly recommend it.
Any notable voice actors or anything?
Tons of them.
Yeah.
I let me see. Eric Andre's in it.
Fuck yeah.
Cool.
Tons of people, but I can't think of them right now.
That's cool.
Alexa, who are some actors that are in Mitchell versus the Machines?
Jesus. I didn't expect
Fucking-
any less.
Just a fucking Alexa synapse.
She slammed the door.
Yeah.
And like,
All right. Anyways, welcome to this movie podcast. There's some people in it. Check out that Netflix movie. It's fine.
it was written by a bot, apparently.
Yeah. Speaking of animation, I also watched all of Love, Death, Robots season 2.
Nice.
Big recommend.
Is
Yeah.
it as good as season 1?
No, but it's still really good. I think.
That's hard to compare when it's an anthology, right?
Yeah, true. Like they're all different.
Yeah.
But I think season 1 had more compelling stories and more interesting art styles.
The more varied.
Yeah, and but that's the cool thing about it though is like all the art styles are unique each episode. So it's like I love that because it's like which ones what are they going to do next?
Yeah.
Like I love the thick lines, 2D, 3D, the mixture, whatever they're
Yeah.
going to do. Seeing what they do next is like always so great. I don't know. I love that series. I always want more, but like. I will say the stories in general are better season 1. Season 2 had some compelling ones, but I think the through line through all of season 2 is that, and maybe even season 1, they're shorts, right? They're 10, 15 minutes each, right?
Right.
Some aren't even 10 minutes, but they all feel like they have emergency landings where it's like, oh, this is like conceptually opening them up. This is getting interesting. And then it's like, and then it ends where it's like, oh man.
It's like they were like, oh, we got to make it short. Don't forget.
Yeah. But I mean,
they're all like high concept ideas that, have to end in 10 minutes and
Damn.
15 minutes, right? So
and that's cool.
yeah.
But it's, you feel like you're getting the elevator pitch to a movie, which is cool. But also sometimes you're just like, damn, I want this to keep going. So shout out to Love, Death, Robots. So easy watch. You binge right through it. So
Hell yeah, dude.
Good shit.
Was that it?
I rewatched Uncut Gems.
Ooh.
Yeah, shout out
Get
to
that
Julia
stress
Fox.
level.
Shout out to
A24.
A24. Shout out to my girlfriend Julia Fox. But
She's like, I'm tired of hearing people I don't know say that.
well, she reshared our clip.
Oh, yeah,
so.
we do know her personally.
Yeah, we
I
were in
forgot.
her DMs on a technicality.
We're straight up.
On a technicality.
We're different. You admire her on her page. We're in her DMs because she shared a clip. Anyways,
She's great.
she's a great actress.
Great actress.
Uncut Gems I had not seen it since I saw it in the theater. And I was
Man.
like, it was one of those movies where I was like, you know what? I don't think I'll ever have to rewatch it. I don't know if I want to, just because of the stress level. That actually changed me, like genetically, for like 2 days.
Yeah, you're shitting harder. Like,
I was just operating.
jittery, yeah.
I was operating on a higher frequency for like
sure.
2 or 3 days after that movie, just the stress.
like
and,
looking over your shoulder
dude,
and shit.
and
It's
one-
funny how they produce, like the Sadfi brothers, like are able to produce chemical reactions in your body
Totally.
just by watching something that they did.
The crazy thing about them is their style is stress.
Yeah.
Like Good Time is just like,
And I'm like, where can I get more of this?
Yeah. And then Uncut Gems, same thing. It's actually, I love their movies, but man, I would hate to be the editor. As I was watching this, I was like, there's so much crosstalk. There's 6 people
Talking on top of each other.
on top of each other. It seems so real and raw. That's what makes it so good.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it seems like the acting is incredible, or it's the directing, or the mix of. I don't know, because like the way it seems like this is just a window into these people's lives, the way they shoot it.
Definitely.
Like it all seems like, oh, there was 6 words in the script and the rest is just them going off. Is how it feels, right?
Right.
Like it, especially Adam Sandler, like snubbed as fuck. By the way, man.
Dude, a fucking shame.
A fucking his.
Because he's
fucking
Adam
shame.
Sandler.
The
Yeah.
same year the 2 popes were nominated for Best Actor.
Both popes.
Yeah.
Both popes in the 2 popes.
You can't get the fucking
And
Sandman.
Not Adam Sandler. It's because of Jack and Jill.
Yeah, it's because he was Happy Madison. He's done Happy Madison
Yeah.
movies.
Shouts to our boy.
Smart movie.
Smart movie. The man.
But yeah, Uncut Gems is fucking fantastic. Of course, check that out. It's a high stress thing, and even though I knew the ending, and even though I knew everything, I was like, man, I had to consciously stop and go, this is just a movie. Take a deep breath.
Right.
I was
Wow.
like consciously like, okay, I could feel my stress. I could feel like all that shit, and just like, yeah.
Spoilers, but you're like, he's still alive. It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I knew the whole time, but man, still a fucking journey of a movie.
I've seen so many clips where it's like someone's watching Uncut Gems and they're like for self-help or like what is it for God damn it. What is the fucking phrase, dude? For, self-care. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
It's for self-care. And then as soon as Adam Sandler opens the door, they just shut the movie off
That's hilarious.
for self-care. Dude,
Yeah, they just turn off Uncut Gems.
I love that movie.
Yeah. What a good ending. Yeah. He got the money and he's gone.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay.
Self-care.
Anyways, that's all I've been watching.
Fuck that up.
Josh, you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I finally finished Alex's show, Devs.
yes.
Man,
What'd you think?
What a journey that show
Isn't the
takes.
ending as good as I told you it would be?
You did. Yeah, you mentioned that.
Thank God we have someone like Alex who consciously and always recommends really big brain good things on this show.
If you want some big brain recommendations, skip whatever Chris is saying and watch what I'm recommending.
As Chris, I totally agree. You're the one that recommends the highbrow, top-down fucking visual language cinematography, Alex Garlic, Jazz Times.
Anyways, I recommended Devs to Josh for those who aren't aware, and it's now both of our favorite show.
Yeah, in between his mukbangs on YouTube that he recommends, he threw in one of the best series ever produced by Alex Garland.
but I
Garlic.
think being able to do both. You know what I mean? Get you a man that can do both.
Exactly.
Sure.
The
Yeah.
mukbangs and also the big brain energy like Devs.
It's about the jokers. It's about CPS took our kids, mukbang. It's about devs.
The trifecta.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how's Devs?
It was fucking great.
Wow,
man.
that's crazy. That's so good.
What'd you think about the caveman episode?
What?
You remember
paintings.
The cave
Oh,
paintings.
that was fucking sick.
That one I was like, damn.
I think that.
Damn.
I really, really wish that. I think one thing that I brought up about Devs is that like you can't really predict anything that's going to happen in that show. Like it's so
Dude, yeah.
it subverts your expectations and completely goes off the rails. I mean, you begin with this character that is not there the entire fucking season, and you're expecting to be with them the whole fucking time. Fucking
Watch Devs immediately.
Yeah.
It's the
I don't
best.
want to spoil anything, but man,
It was my number one on my top shit of 2020.
I think you're thinking about my top shit.
Am I?
Loved
Am I thinking of your
I
top shit?
Loved Devs.
Yeah.
Debs.
I'm sure you did.
I love Ron killed it in Debs.
And I also watched Friends: The Reunion.
Really?
Ooh, did you really?
Is that
I
out?
fucking watched it. Yeah.
Can I ask you
Did
something?
you watch Friends?
No.
Okay.
Can
Not
I-
really. I saw a few episodes. Chris, what's your question?
Why?
I mean, I kind
I
of.
don't know. I guess I wanted to see Matthew Perry looking rough.
You see his hairline all the way to the back of his skull.
Looking
As a
like
guy that has no hair.
That guy
it's true.
is the definition of five head. Like he's like fucking boom.
Yeah.
looking like Gary Oldman and Churchill.
But he's but
Mans doesn't have dreams. He has movies.
that dude has IMAX movies, man. Dude, he and shout out to Big Brain though. I mean, he seems like a big brain dude.
Oh,
like,
yeah, for sure.
Fucking, but yeah,
I've
like-
heard the worst stories about him.
Okay,
I mean, he's been through it, dude.
Yeah.
Courtney Love as well.
Oh, is she an
Courtney
asshole?
Love, sorry, Courtney Cox.
Yeah, I was
Courtney-
like,
Courtney Cox.
yeah, I heard.
Courtney Cox, yeah.
Boy, yeah.
And then Jennifer Aniston is like, oh,
Yeah, she's
angelic as fuck.
fine.
She's looking great.
She
Great
looks
actress.
great, but like her voice is old
Yeah, sure.
naturally.
You're like,
can't-
damn, she aged. It's
no,
like, well,
no,
yeah.
no, no. It just feels weird.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
get plastic surgery on your inside.
I mean, well, okay, yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, well, anyways, yeah. I mean, I mainly I like behind the scenes footage and like people getting together. I like documentaries about shit like this. You know,
Is it a documentary? Is it just them like on a couch talking about stuff, or do they do an episode of Friends?
they don't do an episode of Friends, which is
Okay.
kind of what I was expecting, but it's more so behind the scenes footage and them talking about it. And they actually do like table reads of like famous scenes from the show.
Oh, sure.
But here's where they fucking fall off, dude. Here's where they fall off.
It's Friends.
The panel is hosted by James Corden.
oh no!
The Paddington Bear.
I fucking hate that guy.
It's like, oh, are we doing car karaoke straight up to the Friends reunion? Great. Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect
No,
branding
I
for
don't,
cringe.
He was just all of a sudden famous one day, and I
don't
was like,
get it.
"Who the fuck is this guy?"
Yeah, like he had like I started seeing clips of like him on like his version of the Tonight Show, and I was like, I guess he's a new guy on late night stuff. Like I guess that's him now.
yeah.
He's
That's what I'm saying.
The new chosen one for late
Yeah.
night, and I'm like, why?
What
and
the
he's-
fuck, man? And then Conan O'Brien just gets pushed aside
Dude,
at
yeah.
every turn.
Yeah.
He's like
It's all a
endless-
game. It's all politics up there,
Yeah,
dude.
Conan is like the only one that can like on every interview that he does, he's like on their level.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes,
It
he
feels
can-
like a personal conversation.
Yeah, well, there's that, but he can also play ball with them comedically.
Yes.
where it's like he can let them shine. He can pick them up when they're falling. He
Right.
can like it's
Dude.
more of a ping pong match where it's like
And it's as simple as like going back and seeing interviews with Harrison Ford and who can get the most out of Harrison Ford.
Because he's like, fuck you.
Yeah, who absolutely doesn't want to fucking be there.
Yeah.
Anytime Conan O'Brien interviews Harrison Ford, it's like it is fucking like textbook awkward perfect humor.
Yeah.
Because he'll just kind of like sit there with him.
he'll
He'll just sit there and stew with him.
Yeah.
You know, Harrison Ford's just like, I don't know. And
yeah, it's like
Conan's
you can't not address
Conan's
it.
looking
Yeah.
at him
He's
straight
like-
in the eye like, that's great.
Love it.
Do you like and
He leans into it.
Yeah.
oh man, he's so fucking great.
He's
at
an
that.
actual. I feel like he's an actual comedian. Where there's a lot of late night people that they may have been. I mean,
Dude
Conan
went
was
to Harvard, dude.
Yeah, but he was
Yeah.
also a writer on Simpsons for a long time. too.
Right.
SNL and the Simpsons.
SNL.
But you're forgetting about the
Seth Meyers.
hilarious Seth Meyers, the funniest man in comedy.
There are some people that are good SNL writers, and they're good writers, but they're not
Good
the camera
performers.
people. This is
Yes.
one of the things we talked about last week with
Right.
who is the guy that has the sketch comedy show you watched?
Michael Che.
Michael Che. I think he's fucking hilarious. I think he's a great writer. I think he's great
Great
on News Update or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't picture him as like a Dave Chappelle, like committing to a sketch comedy bit. He's too serious.
Yeah.
Like he's.
I
too,
get that. Like, and in his show, he isn't as front and center as Chappelle is in his show.
But same as Seth Meyers. I don't picture him like in sketches. He's not the vibe.
But to me, James Corden is none of those things.
Yep.
And
Yep.
he is just a worse, if that's possible, Jimmy Fallon.
He just has an accent.
Just sucking on the teat of Hollywood and, not being the unofficial podcast of Hollywood.
Exactly.
Hey, while we're on the topic of late night stuff, I know it's all getting back to normal now, but something that irrationally triggers me about late
Let's
night.
go for it. Let's go for
Here
it.
we
The John
go.
Oliver monologue.
Chris is about to get his fucking...
Here's the thing about John Oliver. He says the same things and always it talks like this. That's like, I make an analogy about a duck going into a goose, going into a pond. What are you doing in the goose? What are you doing in the pond? You're a duck. That's John Oliver.
Right.
Anyways, back to my fucking what I get mad triggered by. That whole string of months where they recorded on their fucking webcams on Zoom. You're a fucking network television show.
Entertainment.
Oh, we're in COVID also. Send a camera package and a mic package to your fucking talent's house. Set it up. You can do that within 6 feet. Tell them to hit record. Send that. You are not going to record a fucking late night monologue on your fucking Mac webcam and microphone. That's fucking stupid. It's intentionally being done to be relatable during COVID.
Exactly.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
That pissed me off. We had better quality on our fucking podcast during COVID than NBC. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Well, they do
The
another-
I am
Daily Show
so
with
mad
Trevor Noah.
for no reason. Why do I go Super Saiyan when I talk about that? Why?
And I didn't know that you watch late night television.
I don't. I would see. I don't.
I just hate it.
It just would stumble across my Twitter feed or my Instagram. I would see like Fallon or Trevor Noah Daily Show doing a monologue from his fucking living room in his sweatshirt on a webcam, and I'm
Put
like,
it on some books. Get the angle higher.
"You heard of a DSLR? You heard of shoot it on your iPhone? It would be better."
Yeah, seriously.
I was and it's the laptop mic.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Oh,
this
that's
is
the
not
worst.
this is a top level TV production. What the fuck?
Imagine Carson seeing all of that. He's just like, what is all this? Like,
Got a load of this.
yeah.
Well, I don't
That's
know.
not show business, I tell you.
Anyways,
The 3 worst Carson impressions.
so now that my mood is ruined, how was a Friends reunion? Well, that's where we were.
Oh no, dude. So James Corden, that was fucking terrible. That was that was a terrible aspect of it.
We're just like we're just gonna not address the black sheep of the fucking next level triggered rant I just did and just move right along. We're just like, okay,
It's expected. This is the podcast.
Right.
Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies.
I'm ashamed.
Welcome to Chris Gets Mad.
Welcome to Chris Gets Mad, the pod. Chris gets mad over stuff that doesn't fucking matter to the podcast. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
That's being his best friend for 10 years.
Single, by the way.
James Corden was fucking terrible. No point. I don't know why he hosted the goddamn thing. I just wanted to hear their behind the scenes. I didn't need a live audience for this. It was fucking pointless. They had
There was a live audience?
yes, for the panel. Yeah, fucking so stupid.
Shit.
So how was Matthew Perry? If that's what you're getting to, right?
How's the 5 head?
He looks better now.
Okay.
They look fine. They all look fine. And fucking, of course, Matt LeBlanc is the best.
Right.
To be fair, we shouldn't hate on people for aging.
No,
we should.
definitely not doing that.
But I mean, I'm probably on my way to 5 head. I'll be there.
You think so?
If it's anything like my dad, who looks like a comical
Like Akira. Like
yeah.
One Punch Man.
My dad looks like a comic book version of Albert Einstein, where
Yeah.
it's like the evil version, where it's just like mad scientists.
Yeah.
And like during
gotcha.
COVID, there was a period during COVID. I'll have to send you this. There was a where he wasn't getting a haircut, and my stepmom sent us a picture of my dad just in the living room, and it was just him looking. And I responded with a picture of Beethoven, with like his, what that picture I'm talking about,
Yeah.
where he's like, dun, dun.
His widow's peak
Yeah.
is just a knife.
Yeah, it's
Just a line in his.
yeah, it's literally just one single hairline, just one, bing, bing, and you just hear Beethoven's ninth, like dun 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 dun. Dude, I'll have to send you that. My dad straight up had a fucking mane. and it was holding on by a thread. And that is like it was becoming its own entity behind him, and it was just barely holding on to the top of its widow peak by like a few hairs, and he just just all 5 head, dude.
Shouts to the special. I mean, that part was fucking lame. Just anything that doesn't have to do with the actual show. But it was cool, and I like behind the scenes shit, so that was fine. I also watched brand new show, guys. For my true crime bloods out there.
Oh shit.
The blood relatives have to check this out. It's called Body Cam.
Ooh.
And it exists on Investigation Discovery.
That sounds stressful.
Sounds awful.
So
anytime I see body cam footage, just the format triggers me.
Like dun 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 dun.
yeah. Anxiety.
in the same vein of Cops, in the same vein of Live PD, which are now canceled because of
The world.
cops being shitty, a lot of them. There is a new show on Investigation Discovery called Body Cam, where it's all body cam footage
Nightmare.
and one-on-one interviews.
Yeah.
So like the cops telling their story about the footage from the body cam, and it's fucking stressful as fuck. In the second episode, there's a cop that goes into a garage chasing after this guy who apparently is like shooting his family or like attempting to murder his family. It goes into the garage, and the guy is like under his motorcycle that tipped over, and the cop has a stun gun, and he's like, "Hey man, you need to show me your hands or whatever." And the guy from under the motorcycle pulls up a fucking Glock and
Bruh.
on the body cam, so it's fucking first person, dude.
Jesus
you see the
Christ.
fucking barrel pull up, shoots him 4 fucking slugs in the chest, dude.
On TV?
On television. It is fucking stressful, dude.
But God forbid we show a woman's nipple in a TV show.
For real, we can show an actual cop getting shot, but we can't show some nudity and some sex.
Dude, it was fucked. But anyways, the guy lived. But like
That's good.
So
That's great.
So then after the guy gets shot, and like now they're having to move away from this fucking garage where this guy's clearly like held up. It switches to his partner's body cam of the guy fucking bleeding out and shit, and having to like
Save him.
tourniquets and then gauze in like the
Some
bullet
Band of
wounds.
Brothers shit.
Dude, it is, and it's real life.
Yeah.
dude, like this is real life. Anyways, show's great. Please check that shit out.
Jesus.
It is.
That sounds awful. I'm not going to watch that.
It's
For the
great.
sake of my cortisol levels, I'm gonna never watch that.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'd rather watch Uncut Gems.
Yeah, I mean, and you see it like it's hard to be like, well, this is propaganda for police. No, it's like, no, this is just actual police stories.
It happened.
It's not leaning blue or red or whatever the fuck. It's just saying that this is the story that happened.
What if like between every like violent police encounter, they just have like a normal traffic stop that goes perfectly well? Like
they're like, we can't show that.
Pop, 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 pop. Oh my God, plug the holes, plug my abdomen. I'm bleeding out.
The
And
next
cut
one's
to,
like, ma'am.
"No, ma'am, you're going a little fast. And
She's like, but
"I'm
can't I?
sorry."
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And it's like, no, it's okay. It's okay.
It's like a little lady with her like beehive haircut poking above the steering wheel.
Just her glasses are peeking over the dash.
Yeah. This old lady at Pixar of a human, just like fucking.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
There was one in Michigan where this guy like pulled. He pulled over a guy, not pulled over, whatever. He stopped because a guy was walking on the highway, like on the feeder or whatever.
Why can't I do that?
Yeah, and he's like, "Hey man, like I give you a ride, like like where are you going?" He's like, "Oh, I'm
Pull out his gun. Pop, pop, pop.
He's like Canada.
And the guy pulled out a fucking knife, dude, a fucking butcher knife.
To a cop
I was
that's offering.
kidding.
Dude, pulled out a fucking knife and he tried to like stab him, and the cop was like, "What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?" And the guy's like, "Kill me, just fucking kill me."
Suicide by cop.
Not
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Jesus. Yeah, that show sounds great, man. Can't wait to watch
Sounds
that.
like a good
Show.
time.
Body cam on Investigation Discovery. Check it out.
Investigation Discovery Plus Max.
Yeah.
Is that Discovery Channel's thing or something?
ID.
ID.
Yeah.
You never heard of ID?
Nope.
It's a channel.
Question everything.
Okay. It's a channel or it's a streaming service?
It's a channel.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
It's on Hulu.
Okay. Okay. Whatever.
I have Hulu for the Oscars once a year.
Yeah.
That's it for me. Fam.
Cool.
I watched the new JCS on YouTube because there's a new episode of Jim Can't Swim, psychological profiling.
Yeah.
Is that has it been a while?
Yeah, he's like JCS on YouTube is like the most in-depth like notes.
The amount of research it takes to do one of his episodes.
Better, I would dare say, better than pretty much every Netflix crime doc is like watch just one episode of his shit. It's so good.
Because this is one of the YouTube recommendations I can actually get behind from Alex.
And there's no fluff to it. There's no
Right.
like, it's not written by anybody.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
He's just conveying the information in.
So great.
It's so good.
It's like a research paper, but like
yeah,
Yeah.
but entertaining.
It's
Yes.
it's criminal psychology. It's basically he analyzes the criminals' reactions. And what I think is the most interesting is the detectives'
Yes.
interrogation
he breaks down,
tactics.
breaks down the methods.
interrogations
from
are the-
body language to where they sit to what they're
Yeah.
doing,
Dude, this-
to their the all the strategies. So fucking he just pulls the curtain
Exactly.
back, dude.
The most recent episode is about more sad shit on this recommend, but it's about the Parkland shooter, this kid that did a school shooting, obviously, and he
We got plenty of those. Which one?
right the Parkland one. I think there's only one at Parkland. Fuck. And it so there's a part where
Make
he goes
it harder to get a fucking gun sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
But yeah, he goes frame by frame to break down like how this kid is like lying with his body language and like it's so fucking. You just have to see it if you're interested in the psychology of criminals and shit like that.
I think
Yeah.
I saw the thumbnail where he's trying to pretend to be a psychopath.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Yes.
saw that. Yeah.
It's fucking fascinating, dude.
Yeah, really good shit.
JCS is fucking top tier king. If he gets an actual show,
He deserves one.
He genuinely deserves one.
If Netflix and Hulu isn't reaching out or Prime isn't
They're
reaching
fucking
out to
stupid.
They're fucking stupid, yeah.
Straight up. Also, 2 rewatches this week. I rewatched the classic Fargo.
A good rewatch.
Fucking excellent. Fucking
Steve Buscemi, dude.
Steve Buscemi, Roger Deakins. Didn't he
Yeah,
do that?
yeah, he did Fargo.
Roger Deakins.
There's some shots that you just see him and you're like, oh, this is definitely Roger Deakins.
Yeah,
Like
and it's Coen Brothers too. So
Yeah.
the
collab.
the Deaky Coen collab, dude.
Favorite photography director.
the best photography director.
Can I tell you guys sorry to derail, but can I tell
for
you
it.
guys an awesome story about Roger Deakins I heard?
Yeah.
Okay, so by the way,
He fucks.
He fucks for sure. He fucks light. How about that?
Yeah.
You ever clap light?
You ever clap light?
Or fuck a photon.
There's a picture of Roger Deakins like He's clapping.
Ding.
Dude, we should post that just when you clap light. Anyways, all right. So Roger Deakins, for those that don't know, best cinematographer in the fucking game. Look at his IMDb. Here's a fun story I heard.
Dune.
Dude,
Dude.
it's gonna clap so
Can't
hard.
wait.
I can't wait for him to clap my fucking eyeballs.
Seriously.
So first of all, shout out to Roger Deakins. He just turned 72, I think. So, and he also has a podcast. So shout out to that. So I met this person that recently that worked with him on something. So
Cool.
he was working with this director was working with Pixar they were writing like lighting simulations. They were writing like some 3D rendering or
Sure.
something for Pixar. They're like, we want to get lighting.
RTX.
Some shit.
Yeah.
And so they brought in cinematographers to consult on the lighting they were writing. One of those people was Roger Deakins.
He's like, have you seen light before? It's like,
So he came in and they had all this lighting set up and stuff, like actual lights. And so they were taking notes on the stuff he was doing to light a scene and create a certain look, etc. So he basically created this whole thing with a key light, a soft panel, backlight, rim lighting, this beautiful thing. And set up a camera pointing at the talent and was like, and everybody's like, so what do you guys? He was like, so what do you guys think of this? And they were like, oh, I mean, this looks fucking great. This is fucking Roger Deakins' amazing lit scene. We love this. This is great. This is informing our fucking render engines, whatever. And he's like, and he took the camera, turned it all the way around, and there was a garage door opening into the soundstage, and there was light bleeding in, and there was a grip standing near the, and he was lit, but just natural light, bounced off the floor, backlit, all that, and he just goes, or that, and then on frame, it was like 10 times better than what he created with artificial lights.
Holy shit.
And he goes, and he just looked at everybody, he goes, that's cinematography, finding it.
damn.
Fuck.
Yeah, or it's like he's like light is beautiful enough. You just have to find it. And I was just like, that is as cool as I wanted Roger Deakins to be.
Yeah, his brain is just a Norman Rockwell painting. Just like
He's like, or, and he pans it around and it's just his fucking hairline goes back a little bit.
I can see Roger Deakins looking at a sunset like it's just a fucking constant battle between him and the sun.
Yeah.
That's his one mortal enemy.
And he's winning.
I will find you.
He's like, NASA, can we fly a man into the sun? Is that possible?
It's just like him, the way he would want to die is how the ending of Sunshine is. Just being consumed by the light.
Solar flare homicide.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, that I loved that story because I was just like, fuck yeah, that is like it puts him on a mythical legend level
Right.
where it's like, of course it does, because fucking I'm so glad it does because I love Roger Deakins, so shout out to him.
That reminds me of this. It's like a really famous video now, but it's this. I can't remember the pianist, but it's a guy playing in like a filled concert hall. He's playing this piece on piano that like no one really recognizes, and he's playing it like presumably perfectly. And then like he looks at it for a second and he goes, "Oh," and he flips it upside down, and then he plays like a very recognizable piece.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Finding it.
Fucking Roger Deakins, like, just for the race to the hospital scene in Prisoners is that is just that is probably the most beautiful scene.
He found it
in
there.
cinema.
Yeah.
Like,
He found it there.
He's like individually placing water droplets on the car. Like,
but no, like in all seriousness, man, like that scene. It's
God.
like, how can you not look at that and be like, this is a marvel of
Yeah.
cinema? Like,
Yeah. Shout out to Roger Deakins.
what a fucking accomplishment that movie was.
Roger Deakins,
that
bro.
nobody saw.
Yeah,
Right.
It's one of those undercover ones. And honestly, Roger Deakins has a lot of undercover clappers that are just like, if you look at his IMDb,
you're like, oh, I saw that and it was amazing. Oh, I saw that too. That was amazing.
yeah.
Like,
The first time I looked up him, I was like, this makes so much sense. It's like all the Coen films, all this, and I was like, this is why
love
those
this.
feel
Yeah.
so good, or those are so interesting. Anyway, but
He is the vibe.
he is the fucking
Vibe King.
actual vibe king, the god of visual language, Roger Deakins himself. This one's for you.
Oh, shit. Are we still how are we plugged in?
Are we good?
I think we're good.
Holy fuck. Bruh. That laptop's hanging on by your dad's hairline.
We lost Alexa, and the plant technically got kicked.
Oh no, we lost Alexa.
Oh no.
The fucking it's like having a baby on Jurassic Park. Why would you
So I will go ahead and blame these big fucking notches on the bottom of these New Balance 327s.
Are they for grip?
Yeah, they caught right on. Anyways, I just almost destroyed the whole set for those listening.
It's all good.
But it was worth it.
Fine.
we're still operational.
What if that was the end of the podcast? Roger Deakins, this
Blackout.
one's for you. Boom, and the podcast ends.
The ceiling caves in.
Oh fuck! Shout out to Roger Deakins. How are we still live? It's still working.
Yeah, we're
Fuck.
good.
Yeah. Okay, we're good.
Shout out to Alienware Laptops for allowing us to.
Anyways,
All right.
Sorry, I got one more that I rewatched. Princess Mononoke.
nice.
Fucking. I wanted to rewatch it mainly to compare it to Spirited Away, which I rewatched a few months ago. Because those two, in my eyes, are like the two best Ghibli movies.
I agree.
But they're like two totally different animals. Like,
Is it Ghibli or Ghibli?
I don't really know, honestly.
GIF.
We're
Yeah.
a movie podcast.
Right. But like Spirited Away is like the classic like stranger in a strange land adventure type thing where everything is foreign. And Princess Mononoke is fucking balls to the wall, violent and brutal. And you don't expect it going into a movie from that studio.
Yeah, it's very brutal, and like Spirited Away is almost like Disney wholesome.
Yes.
And then you go to Princess Mononoke, and it's like it's way different right off the bat too.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Just the like the themes of it and the overall vibe is very like the aspect of
Chris is afraid the kick stopped
Yeah.
the video on the podcast.
Yes.
just the aspect of like nature fighting back is I just fucking love that movie. If you haven't
Damn.
seen Princess Mononoke, check it out. I still think Spirited Away ekes out on top.
I still need to get into these animes for sure.
There's probably like 4 that are like essential from
Yeah,
Ghibli.
like you must see.
Yeah, and then the rest are like, those are good.
Seeing Akira was fucking like
Next level.
You got to get into Ghibli then.
for sure.
Ghibli. Well, I don't know.
Good
I think
boy.
I'm
Movie
gonna see-
Geely with Ben Affleck.
Oh,
Yep.
great.
Smart movie.
Studio Ghibli.
Okay, so we got to get into the movie we've been watching. We're like super long into this already.
A Quiet Place Part 2.
Quiet Place Part 2.
I feel like we should be able to plug these into our asshole and then just talk.
Yeah.
You know what I
I feel
mean?
like we're there.
Like we have a helicopter on
tech-
Mars.
Wait, what?
We have a helicopter on Mars.
Oh, like a little drone?
Yeah, but I mean, why can't I plug a microphone into my asshole?
At,
And
at
then-
Elon Musk. At
Thank you.
Elon. Why
Fix
can't
microphones.
I'll be your first guinea pig for cyber implantations for anal microphones.
I wonder how many people are willing to give their body to Elon Musk just to like experiment on and like improve. All right. There we
get that
have it.
Neuralink right in my brain, dude?
Make me a fucking.
Just don't make me watch your Saturday Night Live episode.
Yeah, I didn't even bother with that.
I saw the Wario skit. It was pretty funny.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's Wario. It's hard to.
Yeah, but have you guys seen the chimp playing Pong with his brain with Neuralink?
No.
It's real. Check it out. Google it. Anyways,
I just want to say I could fucking kick a chimp's ass at Pong,
yeah, probably.
but not kick a chimp's ass.
That's true. All right, A Quiet Place Part 2.
Let's do it.
The
dude.
sequel to
Yeah.
A Quiet
To
Place.
Get Out.
Not really.
But that's what everyone, for some reason.
in-
Or a sequel to
same
Don't
vein.
Speak.
Oh,
more,
yeah.
more
Oh
so.
yeah.
Guys, this was a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's good. Solid movie. Fun.
Perfect length.
The movie
Perfect length.
people are going back to the theaters for, guys. This is the one.
Oh, can I say how glad I am to be back in the theater? Do you know why?
Because your back hurts.
Because my back hurts and I miss getting fucking mad at strangers, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss that.
Fucking.
Dude, in the trailers, this old couple next to me, who were sitting in our seats, by the way.
Yeah, for starters, let's get that out of the way.
Yeah.
We
How do you not know letters and numbers by the age of like 70?
No, it's because our seats were in the middle, which is why they were chosen. But they got there early. They were like, well, no one's here. I'm sure they were just like, let's just take the
no
middle.
one's going to be here in the next 30 minutes. We better sit here.
And so they just took the middle of that row. And so we were like, whatever. And then we just sat a couple down. We didn't bother with confronting, like, I don't
Yeah.
even want to deal with it. I was like, it's just not that much different. We're over here. It's IMAX.
You should have just looked at him and been like,
Just like go from the ticket to them to the ticket to them. Just,
and they're just like,
yeah. Yeah.
they're like the kid in the back seat during day one. They're just like,
The kid that gets fucking murked later via rocket ship.
Idiot.
Idiot. Stupid fucking idiot.
oh, an eldritch horror.
It's like, wait, is he deaf? It's like, no, he wasn't. He was just dissociated.
Just kids are fucking dumb.
So, anyways, back in the theater, they were sitting in our seats for starters. So we had to sit. And then subsequently, someone came in with all their concessions, like, "Hey, I think you're in my seat."
Oh my god.
To us, and so
Yeah.
we're like, "Great!" So now we got to move that person.
Domino effect of wrong seats.
Yeah, exactly. So then they were like, "Oh, sorry, we were actually over here." I'm like, "Oh yeah, numbers are hard. Yeah, we got you. All good." But the trailers,
The fucking trailers, dude. There was a spooky, scary, spooky, scary for The Conjuring, dude. And there were 2 jump scares in it, and the fucking man, like, audibly screamed,
Mercy.
dude. He said, "Oh God!"
Are you serious?
she was doing the same shit. She was like during jump scares and stuff. At the end of that, she was just like, "Oh!" Like at the end of the Conjuring trailer when it like did the final jump scare, like she was just like, "Oh, we're not seeing that."
You're in a whatever.
Like it was like they had like full on like SNL level theater conversations.
they were like the old Muppets.
yes,
Like-
Yeah, dude.
and then. So after every trailer, they were like, reacting like
Yeah.
fucking, and they had all
Go check
the
out their
concessions.
movie podcast.
Yeah, they had all of the concessions too.
Oh, for sure.
Just
Nachos, popcorn,
not
pickle.
just pop. They're just a Slurpee of a human being over
Right.
there.
They're like, they don't even make Raisinets anymore. Where'd you get a box of Raisinets?
Yeah,
Like,
and they were just like they were the theater goer, like the
Yeah.
quintessential consumer, like just gross.
and
we
then
call them big dumb stoopies.
Big dumb stoopy stoop dumb shits. 3 heads, dude.
The ad for like the movie concessions comes on right before the actual movie, and even though they've already got it, they're like, "Oh, we gotta cook."
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Just consumers.
Straight up, just consumptures.
Got it.
Consumption.
I don't
Big
wanna-
dumb
The cons-
stoopy consumptures.
Big dumb, stoopy stum consumptures.
The consumptioneers.
Yeah.
Anyways, they were awful. But to the movie, right?
Yeah. Well, in the movie also, they kept on reacting like anytime this movie is A Quiet Place, and if you've seen it, and you can probably assume there's lulls in the sound.
Yeah.
And in about every lull, there had to be, if it wasn't them, something in the theater, like a literal cell phone going off,
Ugh.
or them going, oh no, don't do it, like just muttering to themselves, but it's fucking quiet. So they're 2 seats away, so I'm hearing it right there.
Yeah.
But I was very close to being like shushing them in A Quiet Place,
Right.
Which would have been the irony of it. So
Chris just does the John Krasinski, like the fucking.
Yeah.
the angry shush, just the fucking
The shaking finger.
the shaking, like pressing it against my lips so hard. Yeah,
You gotta
the
break your front teeth. You
Yeah,
gotta-
the John Krasinski to the guy praying in the opening. But yeah, and then they left in the middle of the movie. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
what happened?
Dude,
They're like, we haven't seen the first one. We just remembered.
right before the third act, they were like, we're out of here. It's too quiet.
they just fucking went num 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 num. That's enough movie and left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I was like, huh?
Time to get my lunch of candy.
so fucking weird.
Have you
dude.
ever? Okay, this happens to me. Welcome back to Chris Gets Mad.
Do it.
Have you ever someone does something that makes so little sense to you that it makes you mad?
Yeah.
That is one of those things where it's like, were you here to make me mad? Were you here to just be this weird malfunctioning robot? Like, oh shit, I'm an extra in the Truman Show of Chris, and I'm in the wrong place right now. And they just move. Where it's like, why did you leave mid movie?
Yeah.
Both of you. Whatever, dude.
That was fucking annoying.
You're needed in the town square. Oh, we gotta go.
Yeah, I don't. Anyways.
But I do have to say, this is probably the first movie. I mean, Godzilla would be a hard argument, but this would be the first movie that I feel like, oh, I'm back at the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like it was a pretty full fucking crowd. Did you notice that?
Yeah, the 6 foot thing did not apply to this theater, I guess, because like people were apparently we were 1 or 2 away from them, and then to you,
social distancing doesn't necessarily apply. You have to leave at least 1 seat, which is not 6 feet,
not at all.
and then you also
A
don't.
6-foot seat, so a bench.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like
1 seat.
Yeah, exactly. And then also you don't have to wear masks in the auditorium anymore.
See, that confused me because I saw it yesterday, and I walked into the theater, and I was wearing a mask, and I walk in, I turn around and try to find my seat, and I see like a sea of eyes that are not wearing a mask look right at me, and they're like, mask. And I was like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Fuck them, man. It's just a piece of cloth. If
Yeah.
it bugs them, they can eat shit. But, anyways, speaking of the 6 feet thing, our theater arrangement, the seats in front of us, the guy's head was basically in my lap. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when he leaned back, it goes like halfway into the row. Like, so he was literally, I could have gone pop right on right on the top of his head. It was right there. I just wanted to be like,
Yeah.
I so badly on his
Bongos.
bald head wanted to just to,
during like a really quiet scene, just all of a sudden, fucking start hitting his head.
anyways, so glad to be back in the theaters.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the actual movie.
Day one, bruh.
Yeah.
Had to get a little John Krasinski in there.
This was a fucking awesome scene, and an awesome way to start the second film is to go back to day
Yeah,
one.
because we never got to see that, too.
Never got to see it, and it was a good choice to not see it in the first one. It would have been obvious to do day one and then flash forward to current day or whatever.
Yeah.
It was fucking smart to begin the sequel with day one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great sequence, dude, and I like the camera work. John Krasinski is the fucking man, dude. Like he
did good.
he's-
Killed
it, yeah.
He is a fucking director, dude.
So apparently he got tricked into doing this, by the way. Did you know about that?
I saw a quote a while ago where he said he wasn't interested in making A Quiet Place 2.
Yeah.
But that's all I know.
Yeah, basically he
But
was
then
like,
money.
Right. yeah.
How'd he get tricked, dude? Money. Just
yeah,
money.
Yeah, money, or they invited him in. They were like, hey, so we're doing this and blah, blah. Do you have any ideas? And he was like, yeah, here's a few ideas. He just kind of like threw some out there, and they were like, okay, well, you're going to write this now. And he's like, all right, but I'm not directing it. And then he just basically...
Bum, bum, bum,
Exactly. But then he basically his quote was like he got Jedi mind tricked into writing and directing it, where he was like he basically just got coaxed and like not like he didn't want to do it, but he got
snafu'd.
Yeah, he like fell into it and was like, yeah, I will do this. This does sound fun now. So he got Jedi mind tricked into
Well,
it.
I'm glad it happened.
Dude, imagine his fucking residuals for The Office, and then
Bags.
like he didn't need to do this at all.
No.
But fucking A, man. And he's doing masterful work, man. Like I can't say like seriously, give me any horror film that has a good sequel.
Yeah.
That's a hard one.
Wait, sorry, did you say any horror film that has a good sequel?
Yeah.
Right? I'd have to really think about it.
Yeah, I'd have to actually think.
Remakes come to mind, but that doesn't really count.
I mean, like only like gore fests, like Hellraiser 2. I guess Aliens, but Aliens isn't.
Aliens is a solid series,
But it's more action than horror compared to Alien.
Right. To me, this might be the best sequel to a horror movie. It
Conjuring.
might just
Oh,
be-
dude, Saw 2.
fuck.
Yeah.
You gotta take that out. Sorry.
Damn it, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Conjuring is a solid series.
Conjuring. Oh yeah, dude. I fucking love
Yeah.
the second Conjuring, but this is definitely a better film.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
And I might even argue that this may be a better film than the first film.
That's my feelings on it.
Yeah,
This is like The Dark Knight, dude.
it's pretty good. I'll talk about the opening scene again. The oneer, while I love oneers, there was an egregiously bad cut.
Yeah.
That was like when it went from the pickup to the police. John Krasinski talking to the police. It was like this weird motion blur, fucking
Right on the impact.
frame morphing. No, it was right before that when he gets out.
It just has an orange bar across it, like rasterizing.
Yeah, it was like it was like buffering, buffering next shot. And while I love a oneer, most of the oneers were used in the trailer, so I felt like I was
Yeah,
just
so
watching
it's
the
like
trailer, which sucks, man.
No, honestly, man, I was fine with it. I was fine.
I still enjoyed it,
Like especially that fucking shot with the bus coming towards.
dude.
That was really good.
That was real, by the way.
That was like Naughty Dog levels of like just spectacle. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you're running from something and then you see
Yes.
the alien popping out and you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit, there's more shit.
yeah, it's like problem on top of problem,
Yeah.
which I love, but it.
And her performance in that too, where she's just looking back, like
Dude.
trying to be strong for the kids, and then also like driving in reverse at
Yeah.
the highest speed she possibly can. She fucking acted her ass off, dude.
That was the only take they did of that, and that was the one.
Really?
Yeah, and
Awesome.
and it's because she was actually terrified of
the
that
bus?
stunt of the fucking bus coming at her at 40 miles an hour,
Yeah.
which was real.
God. Oh my god.
Yeah, so that take was the one they used, and that was the one time they did it.
She fucking
according to the internet.
killed it, dude. That
She was great in this.
she
great
was
actress.
fucking great. Oh yeah. And that shot is fucking like iconic to me already.
Totally.
Like it's like that was just
Yeah, she
Perfect.
Why can't I speak? She permanently had tears in her eyes this whole movie.
Yeah,
Not
like
in a
every
bad way,
shot.
though, but just
like the
man.
brimming tears.
Yeah.
Any actor that can pull that off,
Yeah,
man.
there was one shot that I thought was a little corny when, like, I think she shed one single tear, and that was CG.
Oh, but I loved it. I
It was
loved
CG,
it.
but it was too perfectly timed. Like, I mean, editing, you can do that with editing. It might have been real, but I swear I was just like, oh, come on. It was the climax of the film, which it was great.
Sure.
I thought
But
that was great.
Emily Blunt acted her ass off. It was fantastic.
Man, she fucking killed
great.
it, dude.
So-
and like, what I love this little universe that John
Yeah.
Krasinski sort of built.
I
you know?
love
Might
that.
be a trilogy.
Oh, that would be cool if they finish it out.
I don't
Yeah.
think there's any doubt about it after the second one.
After the second one ended the same way the first one did. It's really abrupt cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Where- I want to go back to the ending of the first one. Fucking cheeseball. Can I say that?
yeah, you can say.
You
I
mean when they turn on the amp and then
They turn on the amp to go, oh, this is how you take away their head armor and shoot them in the head. And then the last shot of A Quiet Place 1 is a swarm of aliens coming up the farm, and it pans up to Emily Blunt, and she smirks like fucking Rambo and goes, and the movie ends. I was like, that's corny. That's implying like she's gonna wipe out all of these aliens, which, by the way, they didn't address in this movie.
That's true. I didn't.
They
I didn't remember
there was
that.
There was
I don't
no.
think they were all running towards the farm. I just thought that they heard.
Nah,
Just a herd of aliens.
On the security cams, they see like 2 or 3 coming over the hill towards the
okay.
farmhouse, like literally right outside the door, and she just goes, and the movie ends. I was like, a little corny. Like she becomes Action Rambo at the end of like a horror film where they were
Does she
running the whole
smirk?
time. Basically,
I just watched it. I don't think she smirked.
you watched Quiet Place 1?
Yeah, last week.
She cocks the shotgun and she goes, "Take this, alien fucks."
Yeah,
And that's what happens.
She's like, oh, I'm
This is
all
for
out of
my
bubble
husband.
gum.
I'm
don't
all
think
out of
she's
hearing aids, but I've got bubble gum, and this is my hearing aid.
But he was confident. Whatever
Yeah,
it
oh,
was.
yeah.
The mood was confident. The mood had shifted from terror to like, oh, this is going to be easy mode.
Yeah.
Big gamer moment coming up.
Yeah.
That she just dooms the rest of
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah, just first person
Fucking
shredded.
Nick Gordon soundtrack starts playing. Fucking nine string.
That's how the end of Quiet Place is.
Yeah,
the end of
it's-
Quiet Place is.
With Emily Blunt.
Written and directed by John Krasinski.
By Jim.
Written and directed by Jim from The Office is what it says.
Just fucking ripping them apart, dude.
Yeah,
With a
but
shotgun.
anyways, yeah. So I thought that was super corny. And plus, they didn't address that. It was kind of a plot hole in this movie where they just kind of pick up in the farmhouse and they didn't address the fact that I guess they were taking out a ton of aliens.
I guess they
Whatever, it's
just
fine.
retconned that very last like minute or so.
It's a bit
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Maybe it's a bit nitpicky, but whatever.
Back to the day one sequence, though.
Sure.
And we're introduced to Cillian Murphy's character. I thought that was well placed.
If
Love
there's
it.
anyone I want in an apocalypse scenario, it's that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
28 days later.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Shout out
dude.
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy. And he was fucking amazing in this.
He was great.
His
Yeah.
eyes.
His
dude.
eyes,
dude.
dude. So
His fucking facial hair that goes up to his eyes.
Yeah. But his eyes though. He's got some.
His eyes tell the lies that tell the truth. You know what I'm saying?
His eyes look like the Jim from Uncut Gems.
Yeah. They just get lost in.
I'm
him.
like, dude, oh my, will you marry me?
when he looks
Like,
at me, it's just fucking. Just getting sucked in. Like, oh, dude.
he's like, it's not even hard. I don't have to try at all.
Yeah.
Like,
Even Chris Nolan was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah, he's great.
like, do you want to be in my movie?"
shout out Peaky Blinders too. Great show.
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
Shout out being one of those shows that is always like re-edited by like right-wing guys on Facebook that are like, I'm a real man, and it's like Cillian Murphy and Peaky Blinders.
Dude, there's this great Instagram called Hetero Cringe you should follow. Oh,
yeah.
It's
Oh, man.
it's stuff like that where it's like, oh, big boy testosterone, like someone that is unironically posting stuff like that, but
Yeah.
it's like, I'm a real man, like I have a beard or something. It's like that kind of stuff ends
how
up
I
on
feel.
Hetero Cringe. It's so funny. But anyways, Cillian Murphy's great.
Yeah.
Back to day one though. Something that slightly annoyed me was immediately John Krasinski knew to be quiet.
Yes.
That bugged me.
And
quite
the
a bit.
first impact with the cop, he doesn't react. He just turns around and runs, which instinctually makes sense, but also he's not like, what?
Yeah, it was like actor moving to his next mark.
Yeah.
And I get there's a lot of moving parts when you do something like that, so maybe that's what's going on where it's like it's tough to hit all the things you need to hit in a shot. I
Yeah.
get that. But yeah, I felt the same way. Like in the cop was 80 yard that took me out of it.
Oh, was
I didn't
he?
notice
I didn't
that.
notice
Yeah.
That was rough. I was just like, oh, this is awkward.
He's like ADRing, like, you gotta get out of here while he's being sideswiped.
And
like,
but it was yeah. But also it was the way the cop car just pulled up and he's like, I gotta talk to John Krasinski now.
Right.
Was
yeah,
like, why
we're a
is he-
small town. We know each other. I'm just the cop and he's the dad.
Yeah. Hey Rob, what's going on? Well, you see there's an alien. Oh, chopping
Yeah.
right back to his car.
Just the Tom Cruise run.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, the chop.
Yeah. Instant Tom Cruise run.
Just hard arms.
Just knife arms. He's just fucking chopping,
He's
dude.
slicing the air for aerodynamics.
Right. He's running like the dance instructor dances.
Yeah, he's got a fucking slice through the air. He's like put a windbreaker on him and you just hear
For sure.
fucking chopping.
Or like the Flash, where he's like throwing thunderbolts and shit as he's running.
Yeah.
God,
Sick.
I fucking love that scene. Anyways, day one sequence was pretty good.
Yeah, we're
we're
at the
still on
opening
the-
scene.
Yeah.
Great.
There's the guy
It
who's
wasn't-
like, "Bah," looking at the asteroid.
It was still
Yeah.
annoying that that he knew to be quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basic instinct. Maybe they'll hear you and come
Yeah.
in and kill you.
We
but-
all learned that from Jurassic Park.
Yes,
Right.
but at the
Essential
same time,
viewing.
like it was. Yeah, it seemed like, oh, I know. Be quiet. It's how it felt.
I think they did what they could to sort of convey that idea in the short time they had, but it was still a little too quick. Like they're all in the restaurant and the monster's right there, but it's not attacking anybody. So he's like, "Oh, I assume his character's thinking, "Oh, it must be blind."
And it may just be like a like a physical reaction, like when they're in shock like that, is to be
True.
quiet.
Yeah.
And then to try to avoid like if he hears that we're in here, maybe he'll come.
Yeah.
And like especially the guy that was like praying, like that was the scene where it was like, dude, don't do the shush fucking face right now. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little too soon.
I agree.
Hasn't been established in the universe.
But anyways, it was cool to see the fucking alien rip through and kill him and shit.
Yeah.
The monster or whatever it is.
Yeah, I liked how unforgiving the violence of the
Yes,
alien
how it
is.
just
Needed to silence whatever was making noise. That's all it was.
You know the crazy part about this and like the series of movies is that
Sorry, but that alien is me in a movie theater. Just me just being like, shut the fuck up. And just like I'm just my fucking skeleton opens up to reveal like these crazy ears. Like,
honestly, I'm not a big fan of like. I mean, I'm fine with the design of the aliens, but I don't like that they roar.
no, I agree.
That doesn't make sense for like what the alien is. The clicking though,
That's
I
sick.
love that.
Yeah.
if they just did that only, that would be way more terrifying.
I found the design of the alien to be very eerie.
Oh, fuck. Too bad you already kicked the plant.
Woo! Comedy, baby. I fucking love comedy.
God damn it,
Fuck
dude.
yeah.
This movie
Nailed
must
it.
have taken place on Lake Erie.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Ow.
Fuck yeah, dude.
God damn it.
Dude,
Dude,
we're
we're
fucking
killing it.
good,
We're
man.
fuck.
Welcome back to this comedy podcast.
That's the show.
Dude, I've got to
We gotta end
check
it.
me up at check me up.
Check me up, doctor.
Check me up at Hyenas in Dallas. Coming in hot on the stand-up routine.
I won't actually be on stage. I'll be in the crowd, sort of helping the comedians. Because you know how they love that.
Chris will be at the Chuckle Hut next week.
Anyways,
While we're on comedy, here's a business idea. It's a mail
Sure.
escort service. It's called hotmail.com.
Great.
So that's it.
great. That's your email. It's alexwilson69 at hotmail.com.
Don't forget the 69.
Yeah, it's important. So the design of the aliens is pretty great.
I'm not a big fan.
I think they're whatever. Like, I like the aspect of like the important part of their biology being
Yeah.
shielded, but
Yes.
the overall design of them is a little like boring.
It's basic.
I agree with that, though. Yeah. When I said great, I was just segueing back into the conversation. Like, I actually don't like it either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it was like the teeth, and like you said, the roaring doesn't make sense for them being annoyed by sound.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Like they're like, I'm here to their brothers, and their brothers are like, shut up.
like it would be scarier if they were mute and were just
Yes.
like,
Exactly.
Yes.
they
and they
need-
just did the clicking.
and they had no teeth.
Yeah, I
and they
think-
just beat the fuck out of things. Like the teeth even was like too Slender Man for me. Not even Slender Man, but it was just like too like
It's too like juvenile horror. It's like, oh, I'm out the teeth.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
like Venom.
Yeah.
It looked like Venom
Yeah.
to me. I was just like, oh okay. And it was-
I think that there was a better way to do it, but like still, these movies, it's not the monster in these movies that makes it. It's the fucking.
it's a concept.
It's the relationship of the family. It's the fucking
Yeah.
fam.
And there's not.
It's not a story about the aliens. It's a story about a family. That's always what they say for marketing.
Yeah, I like the aspect of like when they do show the aliens, like it's almost never like just a shot of the alien. It's a shot of someone reacting to what's happening, and the alien is there, and they're running from it. It's, I don't know.
Dude, shouts to the boy, man.
Yeah, he killed it.
Holy fuck, was
Great
he good
actor.
in this.
Shout out to Honey Boy, the Shia LaBeouf movie. He
Yeah.
also played the young Shia LaBeouf.
Nice.
He's a great actor.
Dude, when he gets his fucking foot caught in a bear trap.
Hits the hardest re of all time.
Dude, he fucking
He fucking dude, and I love the unforgiving violence of a kid getting in a bear trap, and also the opening of the last movie, a kid gets murked in the first opening.
Yeah.
like so it's like, oh,
John
that
shit's
is-
Krasinski
real.
hates kids.
it's
Yeah.
basically he regrets having kids, is what he's trying to say. But I think what that establishes is like, oh, that means nobody's safe.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when
like
you do
they
that
keep
in the
the baby
universe,
in a box. Like
yeah. But when you do that in that universe, it's like, oh shit, they killed the child.
Yeah.
In the opening.
Yeah.
And then in the opening of basically in the opening of the second movie, he gets a fucking bear trap on his leg, and it's like a violent, no music,
Yeah.
fucking just
screaming.
pain.
Just screaming. Just
I was like,
rees-
okay, here we go.
Yeah, and you know it's something that like that's a debilitating thing that takes him out of the plot as a major like moving character for like the movie essentially.
Yeah, but then I was like, oh, that's now the plot.
Right,
I was like,
exactly.
oh, okay, now it's gonna be now this is gonna be an issue.
Yes.
Right,
This
his
is-
survival through
Yeah,
this.
and so much about the series is like the little issues that come up, like
Sure.
with everything that they do, and even the fucking that barrel thing that they're sitting in. like how that like if it latches closed, if you close the door,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
The
even
oxygen
that,
tank.
yeah, there you go.
It's like, surviving is hard, man.
Fuck yeah, dude. But I want to go back to the part. Dude, his fucking performance on that, dude.
Awesome.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Sheer fucking pain, dude.
You would think John Krasinski literally put his leg in a bear trap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
He's a method actor, so
Yeah.
he's like, do it, rolling and just fucking.
Oh God.
He fucking hit it though. It was good.
Yeah.
And also Emily Blunt reacting to that and trying to get him to stop and like covering his mouth.
And feeling bad for her child,
Yeah,
but also
and, like,
having to be.
still having the motherly instinct of being like, oh, I know it hurts. And then like the survival of like, you have to shut up.
Yeah,
Like,
that was great scene. And then Cillian Murphy just like watching through his sniper scope, like, what an idiot,
dumbass.
fucking hit my bear trap.
Yeah.
And they don't talk about that's probably Killian's bear trap, but they don't mention it. I'm like,
Well,
hey
no-
man, thanks for getting my fucking kids. And it's like, it's not like she just went, I understand why you had that bear trap, which she probably does. But it's funny to me that they went into his territory, triggered two traps, really.
Yeah.
The sound trap and then the bear trap one. And then they didn't really address the fact that fucked them up for a while.
yeah.
Like, hey, we're in a real bad situation now because of your shit.
I'm in a wheelchair basically.
Yeah.
Like,
But it made sense.
Yeah, I understand it too. But have a conversation about it.
yeah. Yeah. Bring it up maybe.
Bring it up, like, yeah, that's all.
There's like an awkward dinner scene. They're like, so my son's fucking foot.
They did bring it up though. They were like, well, luckily it didn't hit the bone.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, how's he doing?
Yeah, but it was like, it was almost like,
But it was obvious. I don't think that conversation needed to take place.
I guess not. But
I guess it's just such a given in that universe that like survival is paramount, that like fuck everything else.
sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving along.
Dude, is that a good idea to give that baby that much fucking oxygen? Or
I'm no doctor, but probably not. I mean,
I don't know.
it's living in a box already. Probably not great.
yeah,
So
I have a feeling they didn't, consult as many scientists on this movie as they did for Interstellar.
but I feel like if that could just get babies to stop crying, that would be more of a prevalent thing.
that's what it was for. That's its intent.
No, it was to block the sound if it was crying.
Oh, I thought the oxygen was to like sedate it for a second. I thought that's what you were saying.
No, oxygen, because when you close it,
It's
No, I get
I don't
that.
know if it's oxygen. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I assume because when
I'm-
they close it, it's soundproof. The baby needs oxygen inside.
if it's airtight, yeah.
It's airtight, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was to put the baby to sleep. I thought it was like
They were giving amnesia to a newborn.
Amnesia.
Like, I thought it was fucking.
Anesthesia.
Oh, oxygen. That makes sense. I'm an idiot.
You thought it was fucking like NOS? Like
know,
nitrous oxide from the dentist?
What,
Just
what's
fucking.
the shit that they give you to put it like when you're at the doctor's
Nitrous.
office? Nitrous oxide.
That's what I just said. Yeah. No, not that. What's the thing at the dentist? What I just said.
The fuck.
Oh, okay, so I'll repeat it. Nitrous.
What's the thing at the dentist that they give you?
nitrous?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. They were giving nitrous to a fucking 3-month-old.
They were giving him sulfur
That's what I thought.
hexafluoride.
Just dosing him, hitting him with the whippets for the fucking.
Turning into Steve-O.
That's why I was like uncomfortable with the whole situation. But that makes a lot more sense that it's just oxygen.
No, it was just oxygen.
He's like, this baby's getting fucking lit during the apocalypse.
That baby's like, fuck. He's gonna be going to a lot of fucking.
He's
What
Steve-O,
if he
the
slips
baby.
it off in the box?
What's it, what?
What if he
Bummer,
slips
dude.
it off in the box?
Then he's a stupid baby, and that's natural selection.
Yeah,
You dumb baby.
I told you, baby, don't take off your mask.
yeah. There's like a little pacifier in there.
He's a right-wing baby. He's like, I'm not wearing a mask.
Listen to the CDC. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, the baby is dosed with oxygen, I guess. Moving along though, what else we got? We got the.
So the daughter now becoming like her dad in trying to find a sort of escape for them.
Yeah.
Figuring out the message from the radio.
Yeah, and
Sure.
there was even more so, like, first off, the correlations between this universe and The Last of Us, like the clicking aspect of the aliens, but also like her character, like losing the father figure and then like finding through like the journey, like another father figure, like inadvertently.
Yeah,
Like I liked that
that was good.
aspect of it. It was
But I
good.
also like that they both towards the end of the movie in the
Yeah.
climax became like the heroes they needed to be from their father.
I loved the teamwork of that.
Yeah. Speaking of like climaxes,
I'm coming.
basically, I love the way there was a lot of like triple montages, like
during the edit, like during the
not montages.
It would
but
go from the boy to them to the mom.
three
storylines.
simultaneous
Yeah.
conflicts coming
Yeah.
to their like culmination and climax simultaneously.
Chris Nolan's like, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Nolan does this really well too, where it's like three separate battles are happening, and you're cutting between each one, checking in
Right
on
at the
one of them.
apex of it. Yeah.
Love that, and they all come together and finish it at the.
I love when you
and it's all
come
ten-
together.
It's
all
all
tense.
tense at the right time. It's
great, yeah.
Together at the right time. Yeah.
That was a really they did that really well in this movie.
Yes.
Yeah. So I kind of want to jump forward. One thing I want to complain about: the aliens were fast when they needed to be and slow when they needed to be, which is annoying. Where like, they would hear
in the bus. Is that where you're
everywhere
or the train?
in the whole
Yeah.
series of the movie. And granted, you can chalk that up to alien lore, mannerisms, or whatever. But like in one, like in sometimes it's straight merciless.
Yeah.
And merciless. And fucking just doesn't stop and
Doing like
kill.
100-yard dash to swat a guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's like, I'm going to creep close to you slowly. And that's like horror 101, I guess.
I get. Yeah.
But also, I think one thing that 28 Days Later does, where it's like, there is no
In between.
They
are
slow.
ruthless.
They are savagely ruthless. They are not going to give you opportunities to kill them. Like, they are not going to stand down, etc.
Right.
Like in this, I saw a lot of moments, like in the bus, like you said, like she knocks over something and then it's creeping down the hallway, as
Totally.
opposed to, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
That would have been a little more, obviously, a lot more intense.
but it's like, yes and no. I get it though. Like she's trying to load the shotgun and he's getting closer and closer. But if it was seen from a distance,
Wasn't
maybe it
the
could just
amp
keep on running. I
being
don't know.
turned on in that moment? Didn't she turn on the amp in that moment?
When it got closer, but
she-
not before that.
She wouldn't be able to hear it if it was from afar.
True. But I did love how they were like out of focus in the background in some shots too.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
that. Like
Oh,
in the opening one, and then also like in that bus scene, you just see it and fucking bugged the fuck out of me. Anytime I loved her silent sequences. Her but
Like when it cuts sound and you're
Yeah.
just from her perspective.
Oh, yeah.
Loved
Love
them.
shit like that.
Loved it.
That was right whenever her cell phone went off. Is the first.
Of course it is.
Cell phone went off, but also that was one of the scenes where it went silent and then you slowly saw it in the background, and I heard the woman see it, and it took her a long fucking time. I saw it right away. I was like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
And then it was like 10 seconds later, she goes,
Oh my
I
god.
was like, oh my God. I was just so,
In between bites of popcorn, just like.
yeah. Took her so long to
just-
see that.
Sorry, in between inhaling popcorn.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah. By the
She
way,
has a big fucking. It's like she essentially just has a paper towel roll.
Yeah. This movie, we're going to see that movie. Just fucking-
Just inhaling a vacuum of popcorn.
have you ever sneezed while eating popcorn? It's
No.
the most foul sneeze you could ever. I'm telling you, next time you're eating popcorn, open a thing of pepper like you're in the 1920s and sniff it. And then I want to have a popcorn sneeze off, is basically what I'm getting at.
All right, down.
Sounds great. So anyways, that scene was really, really dope. That actress, by the way, she's obviously actually deaf, but she went deaf from a medication overdose when she was little.
Oh, damn.
Oh fuck!
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Giving that baby too much nitrous.
Speaking of her, in the first movie, it was her idea. Spoiler for the first movie, when John Krasinski had his death scene, it was written in the script that he just says, "I love you," and then starts screaming. It was her idea to say, "I have always loved you" after that, and it made John Krasinski cry
Damn.
to hear that idea. And I went back and rewatched that part, and I was like, "Oh fuck, man!"
Yeah,
the delivery,
always
it's the
Yeah,
and his
the actual
delivery,
motion.
the motion of always.
and he's
like,
signing it to her,
Yeah.
and like the way their relationship throughout that movie, where it was
Yeah.
like she didn't feel
It's
as loved,
complicated, yeah.
and then
she felt to blame for the kid. Yeah.
woo,
For me, it's the always
yeah.
love
And then
you.
the ultimate sacrifice.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then hits the second hardest rate of all time. Yeah.
he just goes.
Yeah. And then the alien's like, "Shut the fuck up, Bramp."
Bop.
Bonk.
he just bonks.
You're
him on
going
the
to
head.
noise jail. Bonk.
Yeah. Noisy jail.
You're going to noisy jail. Bonk.
Dude. Okay, I do want to say this, just about the movie itself, not necessarily like what happens in it. Whenever they decided to push the release of this movie, dude, this was supposed to come out like a year ago.
Oh,
It
wow.
premiered in March 2020 in New York.
Wow, did not know that.
They didn't globally
Yeah.
I remember
release it for a year and
seeing
a half.
the trailer with that oneer like forever ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The first trailer dropped, and then they just let it go. They were like, all right, right whenever we started going into lockdown and everything, they were like, okay, we're gonna push this release date a year. It was the first movie to do that.
Damn.
Wow.
Paid off.
They were the first to be like, let's just hold off an entire fucking year.
Shout out to them.
And they didn't give us any fucking trailer. They let us forget about it for a few goddamn months, which is the big brain move to go.
Absolutely.
Marvel.
Which brings us to Black Widow.
Yeah, dude.
We've seen that trailer for the upteenth time. Of course, it was in this movie because it was in every movie
It's in every movie that we've seen in the theater.
I'm gonna
since 2020.
yeah.
I'm gonna go after Scarlett Johansson like that creepy Bjork guy.
Dude, I can't wait to not watch it.
Yeah.
I am not going to watch this movie so fucking hard.
If I could anti-purchase a ticket, I would do that.
Exactly. like I will
You just go to the
purchase-
theater like, give me money.
yeah.
Give me $7.50.
I will
I'm
purchase.
not watching this.
I'm almost like, you know what? I'm going to purchase the whole theater worth of tickets and then go get it.
Except
And then
Black
go,
Widow.
No, go purchase them all for Black Widow, then go in there and demand a refund. So like, oh, this is sold out, and then I'm like, nope, it's not.
You just do that for every
For
screen.
every single screening, I'll fucking just dig myself into credit card debt to spite Disney and Marvel.
Yep.
But dude, I'm sorry, but do not subject me to the same trailer for a fucking year.
Yep.
And that's obvious.
Dude, yeah.
That is just so, it's like,
It's not the same trailer though, Chris. You see,
Oh, yeah, they recut it 4
Yes, they've
times.
recut it, and now it's all new every time.
oh yeah, sure.
New music this time.
Yeah,
dude.
sure.
Bum
different tone.
bum bum with a Russian choir instead of brass instruments.
End me, dude. I'm just like, I can't, it's literal torture to watch that for so many times.
That's what they do in North Korea now. Is they make you watch the Black Widow trailer over and over again.
Yeah. But then they never release a movie. They just keep, what if they just perpetually
Oh
never
my
released
God.
this movie and kept showing the trailer?
Like we're stuck in the year 2012 and we don't know it, and
Yeah.
like Black Widow is always on the precipice of release.
Yeah, and like you said on one of the episodes, like we're in purgatory, and the only thing that matters is that movie getting released, and it never will.
It won't.
And it never will.
All of that to say, I think Quiet Place made the right move and just let us forget about it
Yes.
for a year, essentially.
What a concept.
Yeah. We're not overexposed to it.
Yeah, and we're not in this state where we're already have superhero fatigue, but you don't need to remind us that Black Widow exists for a fucking year.
Also, it's Black Widow.
Yes.
Why would I? Avengers 4 just happened, and you want me to watch the solo Black Widow movie?
Yeah, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's like, let's go back and do this. Or it's just like, I'm done with all of the superhero stuff, man. Like, even after Invincible, which was like good.
I've
but
heard great
still-
things about it since you've recommended it.
Still has the same type of thing that with the boys and Watchmen, where it's like, what if they were in reality? It's the same concept, and
Yeah.
I'm exhausted on that. I'm exhausted on the anti-superhero stuff.
I think they could have just done the Watchmen in terms of like that perspective, and like that would have been like the apex of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure, whatever.
Dude, I mean, when you have like
fucking over it, dude.
there are parodies now of superhero stories and stuff, and not just the anti-superhero stories. It's just it's oversaturated, dude.
So bad. Over it. So, anyways, Black Widow's gonna be fucking not watched by me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best you could say. It'll be not watched.
Yeah.
Probably just not watched.
All right, back to the movie.
Anyways, back to Quiet Place. Couldn't they swim in the first movie, the aliens?
I don't think they ever established that.
I think they did.
Did they?
You rewatched it recently.
They waded through the water for
Before
sure.
they were just like, "Arr."
But if they probably weren't able to swim.
Oh, like they were touching the bottom, like it was shallow enough or something.
Yeah.
Okay,
Makes
so I have
sense.
a few questions then. So in the first movie, they went through water when it was shallow enough.
Yeah.
You positive?
Yeah.
I don't remember
It was
any
in the
water.
it was in
but-
the basement.
Okay.
Oh, you're right.
Okay.
It's not like Signs where
'Cause-
they touch water and they're like, "Bleh."
Yeah, because I was watching this and thinking like, oh, they just like fell into water and they're fucked.
they're
Like,
just really
well,
clumsy aliens.
yeah.
Like-
like, okay.
They probably sink and they can't like
Exactly.
swim back up. But
True.
in the basement, it's like
Oh, okay.
it's like waist level.
That's fine then. Okay, so in the first one and in this one, water falling deters sound and allows them to
Which is a
move
true
around.
thing.
Sure, I get that. So in the first one, they're near a river and they're talking and he's like, it's okay. The water is muting us or whatever. And then in this one, she uses water to escape. How come nobody lives near waterfalls in this movie?
Well, they live on an island.
I mean, that works, but I just like John Krasinski knows that in the first one and decides to live in a farm.
Yeah. Also, did they get rid of all the
writing
nukes?
sucked. No, I'm just
Like,
kidding. The nukes?
yeah. Like, like when the aliens landed, was the American government so blindsided that they hit the Pentagon first or something, and then like now
What did you want them to do?
bomb America? What do you think would happen? Really?
Okay, so turn the world into a nuclear fallout.
No, just America.
Just middle America, Chris.
Just bomb ourselves.
Who
Yeah,
needs 'em?
For the sake of the world? Do you think that's an American thing to
well,
do?
also the Bering Strait. They could bomb that so that they can't make it to Russia.
I don't even. Okay. Okay.
I don't know.
I just
Write it in, John Krasinski.
like tactical nukes that only hit the aliens where they are.
No, you're gonna hit some people. I mean, it's collateral. It's a fucking alien invade. Have you
but I mean,
seen
they're
Independence
everywhere.
Day?
But yes, but they're everywhere now. You're saying just
Bomb
wipe.
all of America.
Also,
Okay.
it would ruin the concept if they lived next to a water. It would just be a wet place.
Yeah,
The entire concept is that they need to be quiet, Chris.
it's a good
Sure.
point.
See,
Yeah, there
that's
wouldn't be a horror
that's
movie.
The title of the movie.
A
you know?
moist place.
What if the trilogy, the third movie in this series, is just all the people on the island just having a good time until the very end when the other alien shows up? Cillian Murphy comes in. It's like, oh wait, so this is where it picks up, and then movie ends.
Yeah, they just live on the Hoover Dam.
I really wanted them to expand on that island a little bit. That'd have been funny. But
It's
anyway,
like, oh, so everything just needs to be loud. All right, guys, this is your new home.
Yeah, the brown noise machine. Welcome.
yeah, just playing death metal nonstop.
That would be a funny, like, we have to have a perpetual death metal festival so that the aliens don't come. Then Rings of Saturn plays.
Yeah, they just book constant death metal nonstop. Like they cannot stop, band after band, no sound checks. Anyways, so I wanted more of the savage people, dude.
That was cool.
That was a deep lore element that they just like skimmed the surface of.
Yeah.
I was kind of pissed about it
Why?
because I was like, I don't want to see this.
I mean, it's a natural thing that I think you would see in that sort of fictional landscape.
I'm not here to watch a movie about West Virginia, okay?
I liked that there was, but they were bloodshot, implying maybe like they were
Feral.
feral or like
Something's fucked up with them.
cannibalism, maybe.
Yeah. But
Something.
I loved the trap that they set for Cillian Murphy. Like,
Love that.
At first, you're like, what are they even going to fucking do? And then you see it and you're like, oh shit, he's kind of fucked.
Ew,
Yeah.
an ugly child. And then
A little bit more of the savagery of humanity is what I wanted. Where
Yeah.
it's like when civilization falls, every man for themselves. Tribe versus tribe, clan versus clan, group versus group. That stuff, I love that stuff. Where it's Last of Us, but it's,
Totally.
it's like the
I was gonna say Walking Dead.
who's the real monsters? That shit.
I'm tired
Yeah.
of that specific
Yeah,
question.
that's why I was like, I'm over this shit. I don't want to see any of
but
it.
I at least I just wanted like little remnants of it. Like they saw someone in the woods, or they felt tracked, or
Yeah.
they felt followed, or they would find traps.
It expands
like
the universe.
human made traps.
Totally, yes.
Like I would have loved for them to have to avoid more of that type of stuff. Or like, but I did like the little girl that trapped them. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I think in this movie it was just enough because like we've seen that story so many times with feral people.
I can see that.
Derailing a whole fucking thing. Like it was just like like I was ready for this whole sequence as soon as that started, and I was just like, fuck, they're about to get captured and go to a place.
Right, yeah.
They'll
I
have to
see.
escape, and then fuck,
Gotcha.
like.
But I
was
love
just
that
like,
escape scene.
That was,
bleh.
dude, that was sick.
But it all happened right there when it needed to, and I was like, okay, cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Thank-
pacing of this was so fucking good.
Yes. Yeah.
Ended when it needed to. Also, we talk about this a lot.
Yeah.
Solid 90 and got the fuck out, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude. That shit gets me hard now.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Just like you did it. You told your story
And that's that.
and you got out of our business before we got annoyed with you.
Yeah.
Yep.
If like that's
Trim the fat and fucking just nice lean horror film.
Loved
90 minis.
Yep.
Just
solid.
call it a day.
Just solid. And yeah, loved it.
Hashtag 90 minis.
Hashtag
90 minis.
90 minis, bro.
I like that when they get to the island, it's like picturesque happy. Like they're like, "Sweet Caroline, bum bum bum,"
and just immediate alien murk.
yeah.
I would have loved to see that.
Dude, you know what would have been really funny if the feral people like purposefully like just their traps were air horns.
That'd be great. Like you just step on something, like oh shit, there's a giant loaf of untouched Nature's Own whole bread, and then fucking yeah, just fully triggered like the aliens with just one single air horn.
That's all I got.
Great.
I was just thinking about that the entire time. Like they're in the woods, and then you just point the air horn towards where they're going to be, and then drop it and leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is the?
Oh shit!
throw an air
the
horn.
feral humans are here.
Yeah.
Fucking fuck. I thought we were gonna see something like weaponized versions of them, like ones on a leash and shit like that at some
Ooh.
point. That's what I thought it was gonna allure to with like the feral people. At one point, I
That
thought
could be
like
cool.
they've developed, oh, we've trained one,
Figured out how to control the sound.
or something like this one's on a leash, and I don't know. Fuck
We just gave this one some headphones.
And they're like the cat ear gamer headphones.
fucking Beats by Dre.
Or just like little AirPods, just sticking out.
Big old little.
They go
AirPod.
under the little skull armor.
Yeah.
They're like the normal AirPods don't work, but the AirPods Pro with noise cancellation, you can do whatever you want with them once they're controlled. You just play this certain frequency, you just fucking brrr, and then
And the fucking West Virginian like you can fuck them too.
They're like, yeah, we know we're not gonna do, but
oh.
you can. I'm just saying if you want to.
I'm not saying we did, but I'm just saying
You get under that armor, it's the same shit.
I'm just saying there's like 4 holes in their ears.
Anyways,
You ever clap an alien? Adrian Brody's like, yes.
Yeah. Everyone from Species is like,
fun fact about the first movie, the original screenplay only contained one line of voice dialogue originally.
cool.
Wow.
But they obviously changed that. But fun fact, this was almost in the Cloverfield universe.
What?
The monsters look Cloverfieldy.
Yeah. So at one point, while this was being pitched, Paramount was considering including it in the Cloverfield franchise. But the sequel to Cloverfield was being made at the time with John Goodman.
Right.
Oh, 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome movie.
Great
Yeah.
movie. And they were like, well, maybe we can. And they tried to. And then I guess in later drafts of the script, they were like, yeah, never mind. This should be its own thing. And,
Yeah.
then it was.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too high concept.
Look at the Cloverfield paradox. Remember that piece of shit?
I never saw it, but I
never
heard
saw it.
bad.
We saw it together,
It was
Chris.
Netflix, right?
well, there you go. Wasn't memorable.
It was Netflix because Paramount didn't want to release it. They were like,
Yeesh.
this is terrible. Netflix, do you want it? They're like, sure.
And like, yes, give us the film.
Yeah. Like,
Yep, exactly.
yeah.
They're like, oh, this is bad. Let's not release it in theaters.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about all I got on this movie. Anything like
Okay, so I definitely feel like it's gonna have a third one for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
there's any doubt about
and
it.
it should.
Finish out the trilogy.
And the first one was the same thing, a solid 90-minuter, and I think they're well done little it's conceptually high and I enjoy it.
Man, and it just puts you in a lot of stressful situations, and I feel like, dude, John Krasinski has it, man. And I definitely want to see what he does next. Like, obviously, he's going to do the third one now, but like, fuck, I can't wait to see what he does after he's done with this little franchise. I
Yeah.
feel like after 3, though, it should be.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's got to be
Totally.
Trilogy,
Yeah.
trilogy's good enough, yeah. He's apparently got ideas for a third one, so we'll see.
good. Good.
Yeah,
out
after
to
this,
that.
I have a lot more respect for him just as a director in general. This
sure.
was just such a good movie.
Yeah.
Written
Yeah.
and directed. So, yeah.
And honestly, I can't say that I've seen a horror movie recently that was this good.
It was solid.
Good shit.
All
Solid
right.
movie. Shall we do Is It Cinema with Marty Scorsese's?
All right, you asked for it. Is it cinema with Marty Scorsese? Everybody, this is where we ask, is it cinema? Instead of asking whether or not you liked it, you loved it,
Or a 10 out of 10 or
3
whatever
star,
the fuck.
5 star,
It's either cinema or not.
cinema or not cinema. Alex, you go first.
This is cinema.
God bless it.
Very clearly cinema. Good old summer fun, 90 minutes, horror film, solid piece of wholesome, conceptually high, well executed cinema.
absolutely 100% cinema. So now we must ask, does it belong in 4-3s? Now this here, we've all agreed that it is cinema, but the second tier is the be-all, end-all, man.
Just shy of Hall of Fame.
Is this going to go on the fucking DVD shelf? Is this going to be something that you want to own?
Next to things like Roast of Flavor Flav Uncut and I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry.
Exactly. Does this movie belong in 4-3? Is it
Nah.
4-3 for you? No?
Nah. It's not. It's a wholesome piece. It's good, and that's it. Okay, I guess I ended the game. It's solid.
It's got to be a unanimous thing. If it has to be 4-3 unanimously for it to...
Well, we don't even get to hear whether you guys wanted it or not.
It doesn't even matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Ask me.
None of this matters.
No, ask me.
Does the movie
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
See?
There you go.
All right. So it does not belong in 4-3, not in my opinion. Or any of our opinions, apparently.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So shall we do dumb movie title, the DMT for A Quiet Place?
Yes.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
An occasionally very loud place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
I've got, excuse me, could you turn it down, please, too?
I've got The Silent Treatment.
Nice.
I've got the movie. And I've got Shut the Fuck Up or Die.
Nice.
Silence of the Yams.
All right. Where's
Oh,
my...
man. Silence of the Something would have been a good pun
Yeah.
somewhere. What's a yam, though?
It's like an ass cheek. Or a sweet potato.
Yeah, that's where my head went.
Should we do... Okay. Should we do game?
Yeah.
Actor game?
Budget.
You want to do budget?
Yeah.
All right.
Alexa's dead on the floor, so maybe we'll
She's
consult
like-
Google. she got hit by my ultimate yeet of the entire podcast.
She got taken down by one of the fucking sound-hating monsters.
Yeah, I kicked the table that holds the laptop, the plant, Alexa,
The mixer.
and the entire mixer of our podcast.
Oh,
and we're
wow.
fine.
We're fine. We made it.
Cut to like the destroyed audio file of this,
This is about,
episode.
this is about survival.
I'm like, that was a great episode, guys, and I go to play back the file. It's just fucking. Yeah. Anyways, dumb movie title for A Quiet Place 2.
Nope.
Already
Box
did
office
it.
game.
We already did that.
Budget.
I am brain dead.
Same. Budget.
Feel you.
Budget for A Quiet Place 2. I'm going to guess $25 million to make this movie.
That's a good guess.
Thank you.
It should be insulting to you that I called it a good guess.
Also correct.
Wrecked. I'm gonna go.
Alex, you go first so that I can make my guess,
piggyback
please.
off my guess.
So I can just put right in between you two.
I'll go 35 million.
Say 30 million, you cunt.
75 million.
What?
Okay.
Watch it be like $130 million.
Hey, Google. Oh, hold on. It's so fucked up. This was a used Google, by the way.
A used AI.
Don't worry about it. Hey, Google.
It's already broken.
How much did the movie A Quiet Place Part 2 cost to make?
According to Wikipedia.
It got unplugged or something. Hold on. Try it again. Hey, Google. How much was the budget for A Quiet Place Part 2?
Here's a summary from the website Forbes.com. The $61 million budgeted A Quiet Place Part 2 is about to open with $49 million over the
right.
Friday to Sunday.
Josh wins. 75 million.
I'm mad.
Yeah, that's a big budgie.
Dude, it was huge. Huge.
Granted,
budget.
I guess this was before pandemic.
And
True.
It's a Quiet Place Part 2. They're going to
Yeah.
put a lot more money into the sequel.
Yeah. I don't like that it's called Part 2. Just call it 2. Why is it part?
Yeah, like the
Something bugs
subtitles
me
of
about it,
sequels.
Because you can't call things 2 anymore. You can't put the number 2. You have to do Roman numerals or call it something else.
the
like,
second
like Ascendance or
Yeah.
fucking Transcendence or
Why?
you know what I mean?
Why?
Resident
It's just
Evil
the way-
Extinction, Annihilation. You can't say Resident Evil 9. People would be
Yeah.
like, this is getting ridiculous.
Well, I said Part 2.
I have a business idea, Alex.
Oh, shit. Let's hear it.
fuck.
All right. Do I give myself music?
Yes.
I'll do it. Fine. David Blaine. He's going to have a new show where he hides dead bodies. It's called Abracadaver.
Oh, that's fucking great.
We thought you'd like that.
That's really good. Can I tell you one of my other business ideas?
God damn it! You're gonna one up me, you son of a bitch.
All right.
It's like, that was great. Here's one better.
So this is the Last Temptation of Crust. It's a sandwich shop where
Damn it.
you have to be Catholic.
That's so much better. You
Great.
asshole.
Oh, shout out to that.
Actor game.
Actor game.
Let's do
Emily Blunt.
Oh fuck! All right, let's go.
Let me go first so I can just be out.
Go for it.
Divergence.
What?
She was in that Tom Cruise movie, right?
Tom Cruise.
Oh, live, die, repeat.
That's not it. And you're out.
Fuck.
Diversions. It's
Yeah,
like,
isn't that-
It's like the Hunger Games thing.
Edge of Tomorrow.
You're wrong.
Damn it. That's it. Edge of Tomorrow.
A Quiet Place.
Disney's Jungle Cruise.
Okay.
Smart movie coming out.
That is
in
a smart
theaters
looking
this
movie.
summer.
I like the poster for that.
Sicario?
Yeah. The Devil Wears Prada.
Nice.
You sound like the fucking alien.
Clicker.
I'm out. That was quick. Can't think of any. Got another one?
Emily Blunt. Yeah, dude. What's that Jack Black movie? Gulliver's Travels.
Nice. Is Alexa still plugged in?
Alexa.
What are
Yep.
some Emily Blunt movies?
Here are a few movies playing near Dallas today. A Quiet Place Part
Alexa,
2,
shut the fuck up.
Cruella,
Technically, she
Spiral.
said a spiral.
and Demon Slayer.
Alexa,
Mugen
shut the
Train.
fuck up.
Please.
She's like secret. She's like trying to sabotage it. She's
Fuck it, dude. Doesn't matter.
well, she's injured on the ground also, which isn't a good place to be for
Whatever.
anybody.
We captured AI abuse on film for the thousandth
We'll be the
time.
first ones eliminated during the robot uprising.
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
it'll be like A Quiet Place, except
What did
it'll
you
just
call
be a big
me?
robot.
Asshole.
Yeah, but it'll be like that TikTok robot voice that like
Yeah.
comes
Oh my
at you.
God.
Fucking. I did that. Anyways, thanks for listening to the fucking podcast. Tell a friend about us. Share a clip. Hollywood's unofficial podcast.
B.
Later, Toads.